Ebro in the morning with Laura Stiles and Rosenberg.
Hot 97.
You like it what you see?
Chris Brown birthday.
That's on me. That's why when I walk, looking like you, just trying to. Yeah, this trip got you in heat. It's jumping, baby girl, hop on it. Yeah, you know that I'm on beat. All these trips got you big. Yeah, those eyes I'm trying to love. Oh, girl, I know that you ready. Girl, I'm not gonna let you down. I ain't gonna keep you waiting up. If you throw it, it's gonna get knocked off. You playing hide and seek, I'ma find you. Baby, hold on tight when you ride me. You know I like to eat, give me options. If you throw it, it's gonna get knocked off. I wanna get equal. All that is for my ego. Baby, we gon' keep it simple. I need all that love on me. You like it what you see. Everything designer, that's on me. That's why when I walk, looking like you, just tryna, yeah. This trip got you in heat. It's jumping, baby girl, hop on it. Yeah, you know that I'm on beat. All these trips got you big, yeah. These trips got you in heat. Super well juices running underneath. No stylist in the saline. Got you flying with an icy bit of a lid. Pretty vibes inside the mansion by the beach. Put the prints all on your baby, suit your stylist so you need. Show the best inside your room, designer garments for the week. And that's all on me, I swear that's all on me. You acting like you really want it, you gon' get it. Once I you good, I got you. In your feelings, Ricky Benz and go your pouches. Got you dripping, take a listen more accounting. Counting digits, cherishing the riches. You like it what you see. Everything designer, that's on me. That's why when I walk, looking like you.
How about that?
You switched it up.
Is that better? Good.
All right. Do you guys hear us
the clean
now,
feed was
YouTube?
up. The clean feed was up.
YouTube,
All
can
right,
you
good.
hear us?
Oh, so now you think music playing.
Is that
All right.
better?
I still don't have confirmation yet. We're waiting for the comments to catch up with
We
us.
good now.
Let me
Okay.
see. Can you
He
guys hear
wasn't
us?
in
Oh, Bascom says we're
YouTube.
good.
this.
So,
feed.
Shawnee, it was your fault. Just to reiterate.
Yeah, it was my fault. But it
All right,
wasn't
anyways.
the normal in.
All right, they
it was
back
some
now.
other shit.
Thank you.
But all right, what up, y'all?
Hey, so Laura, so the other day on the Last Dance,
Uh-huh.
Jordan coming out of college wanted to be with Adidas, like he thought it was more mage. And his mom kind of pushed him towards Nike and he could get his own sneaker there. So he did, and they came up with a 3-year plan. But Jordan coming out of college he was a star, but this was not like LeBron coming to the NBA. You know,
Right,
he
right,
wasn't
right,
a
right.
mega star. So it's kind of crazy in retrospect that he got the deal. And then on top of that, here's my question. Even though he became Michael Jordan, the basketball player, would the sneaker have become the Air Jordan if the whack as fuck Jordan 2 was the Jordan 1?
I don't know because
The Jordan 1 is fire.
it's a
And-
perfect shoe.
And the Jordan 2 is trash. I mean, no one wants a Jordan 2.
Which one was the Jordan 2?
Exactly. You won't even, I'll show you, Shawnee. You won't even remember what
well,
you're
but because
looking
part of the nostalgia with the Jordan 1 though is Jordan's attachment to it.
Jordan,
What an
right.
amazing story it was and how he changed basketball.
It would have made it fresh. Let me see.
But
Ready? Hold on.
I don't know, P.
It's interesting though, right?
Yeah.
That's the
yeah,
Jordan
yeah.
2?
No, I didn't get there yet. Here's the low 2. Horrifying. Right there is the low 2. Look how bad that is.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
It looks like a low.
Yeah, those
Nobody
are
wants that.
horrible. Those are horrible.
Let me see. Oh, here's the 2.
Yeah.
Boom. It's
Yeah,
not
still,
good.
it's definitely
not.
not the one.
Not one of my
But
favorites.
you know, the thing is about there's some
looks
ugly
like a
ass
boat.
Gucci loafers that people wear just to say I got that Gucci.
But would it have
You know what I'm
started
saying?
that way? Like when you think about what the 1 was, you know, the 1 started because of this fire.
Right. But I'm saying there's also a status thing where
But it
you'll
was
wear
also like the
something just to
rebellious
say,
part of it because
I got
remember he
them
was being
Jordans.
fined every time he wore them too. So it was like a lot of like buildup around the shoe.
It's crazy. It's just interesting to think about.
But yeah,
I've been
the
hyping
fact that
it.
it's a the design is magnifique. Has a lot
And
to
it was
do
funny
with
in
it.
the episode, he wore them in his last game at the Garden.
I saw you posted that.
He wore them for his last game, and he was like, at the end of the game, his feet were bleeding,
Yeah.
and he was like,
Said he couldn't get them off fast enough.
I'll be right back.
Walking those shoes.
Ask Castle the same question. See what he says.
What'd
Go
you say, Cass?
I said that, yeah, the Jordan 1s, I don't even know how anybody would ever play basketball in those shoes.
Yeah.
Right?
No.
And did you hear my question before? Would the
Yeah.
Jordans have become the Jordans if the 2 came out first?
I mean,
Depends.
in hindsight, no. But at the
Maybe
time,
at the time it would have been hot.
It was still popping. People were
This is what year? This is
You know
what
I'm
year?
saying?
What
Like
sneakers
now,
are
I
out?
don't even own a pair of Jordan 2s because I hate that sneaker. But looking at it in hindsight, I mean,
Maybe
maybe.
because he was so hot.
Yeah,
But
he was
It's not, it
scorching.
wouldn't be
You're talking about Sean. You're talking about 85.
Right. So I mean, I
85,
think around the same time Patrick Ewing's was out.
No,
No?
Ewins weren't close out yet. There was no such thing as a signature sneaker, Shawnee.
Until after, right?
He
Maybe a
was
year or
the
two
signature sneaker. The only other thing that came out near then was the
Was-
Converse Weapons, the Birds
Yeah.
and the Magics, which were the black ones or the yellow ones.
Or Clyde.
Yeah, and Clyde's, but like it wasn't the same. There was nothing like this for a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think for a status, symbol.
I think the twos, some of the twos, like the way they designed the two was like they want to have like some type of like effect or from the Ferrari. So he's like, let's say parts of Ferrari like style and the leather and stuff like that.
Are there any twos that are super hard to get, John, that people love or no? That people actually care about?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of which one it was. I think did Don C do it too? I think Don C did it too.
Got it.
Yeah, the blue.
But Don C could do a pair of Air Doodoo's and they would be hot.
Yeah.
Doodles. I think that's what it would have been for
You could do Air Doodoo's, and if Don C did
All right,
it,
let me go
people
see
would be
what's
like,
up on YouTube. What's up, guys?
Well,
Laura,
what
what's
you
your
can do
number
on the
one
hit
favorite
right here.
Jordan?
Hi, Eddie. The one.
Oh,
That's the
just
one
the
I
one.
have.
That's right. John, what's yours?
Always been.
Favorite?
Yeah.
I still have a pair from 1990 something. I think it was like 97, 98.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah, either one or three. Three just
That's the third song.
yeah, three just so.
You know what upsets me?
Hi, Kelly Nuts.
What hurts me
Three.
is how much I love the fours
Threes.
and how much their bottoms of the fours fall apart and that ish comes off.
Yeah,
They peel apart. It's
they
trash.
never got that right, which is so. It's,
Hi, Lizzie. Hello.
When you buy a pair of fours right now, the sides still fall off after 6 months.
yeah,
I don't get it.
Threes, bro.
Threes are it. I mean, I love the threes. They're like wearing 2 couches.
So digital. I'm with you.
They're so comfortable. The threes are so comfortable. And Cass, I don't know how you play ball in those either.
Hi,
They feel
Wesley.
heavy and like
I don't-
too soft almost.
You don't play ball in any Jordans. Maybe the 8s and the 13s might be.
I could play in the fours.
13's probably comfortable.
13s
13.
and 8s are comfortable for ball. Besides
Here
that,
we go.
I
Thanks
can't
for
really
checking
play.
in.
Yeah, I like the 10s, but it's hard for my big
Muhammadu,
ass foot to get in the
hello.
10.
Oh, yeah, those are comfortable too.
I just got
This is
11s
so
for the first
digital.
time. Never had 11.
Oh, you guys like my
What?
Murakami
Which one?
flower? Thank you.
Laura's just talking to people about her background.
I'm talking to people on YouTube.
I mean, I didn't know we were doing a Q&A show. Go ahead,
Yeah.
Laura. Do you know what? You
People
opened it.
love my
Questions for Laura.
Murakami pillow.
Questions
How
for
much was your
Laura.
Murakami pillow, Laura? I want one.
Ooh, how much was that pillow? Good question, Cass.
It was a gift from Takashi himself.
So how much would you sell it for, Laura?
I'm not selling it.
Takashi 6'9" gave you that pillow.
6'9".
No, Takashi Murakami.
Oh, Takashi Murakami.
Takashi 6'9" gave Laura that pillow.
Nice.
Yeah, that's a
Takashi
crazy
6'9"
story.
did not give me this pillow.
Yo,
That's so thoughtful.
isn't it sad that Takashi's name, Murakami's name, has been dragged through the mud by that fucking lame
I
ass
know.
It's been co-opted.
You think 6'9"
co-opted? It's been fucking destroyed.
The only one in this room who's met.
Chris Brown birthday celebration.
What's happening?
Oh boy. Close the door.
I don't know what's happening. Oh, I don't miss this song. Laura, do you remember how bad it was?
Hot 9. Chris Brown Appreciation Day. That guy got hits, man. Yo, there's people out here still mad at Chris Brown over the Rihanna thing. They'll never forgive him.
Never.
Never. Even though Rihanna has forgiven him and they've worked through that and realized that they was young and he was dumb. Do you think it's because later on with Carucci, Chris Brown still had those
That didn't help too.
tendencies? So it seemed. But since his daughter, and he had a new kid after that, right?
Yeah, he's a little baby boy.
Yeah.
I think his daughter just celebrated her birthday. He was posting like a cake and stuff on
Yeah,
Gram.
bro,
He
there-
posts his kids a lot.
There were many years, let's just be real. There were many years where he did not do a good job rehabilitating his image at all. He made you think over and over again that he was still the kind of guy who might do that. It took a long time.
He's 31 now. How old was he? Laura, you watched that documentary. How old was he when that happened with Rihanna?
Oh,
18
God,
something?
Ebro. Yeah,
18,
maybe.
19?
Yeah. Had to be around that time. Yeah,
He's
maybe like
31
17, 18.
today.
Listen, the images were very tough. If
and
there were no
remember-
pictures, it would have been different. But when everyone saw the result, very hard to forget.
It's devastating.
I get it.
He started it like when he was like 14 years old. So he's been in the spotlight since he was like 14, 15.
I think right now Chris Brown has successfully bought his own music catalog too. I think he owns his publishing now. I think. So he's very well off. He's a father of 2, and he's celebrating his birthday today.
I'll tell you what Chris Brown needs, even though no one cares what I think about Chris Brown. I think Chris Brown's catalog, for him to elevate to the level that I think someone like you would love to see him at, I think he needs a concise 12, 13 song, incredible classic album.
I agree.
I think he could use that.
Well, that's because we all hate when he puts out like 50 songs.
Well, it's
Well,
just
I
it's hard to
like
keep
the
track.
songs.
lot,
It takes me 4 months to get through all.
Right.
I know.
And he doesn't have that album yet that, yes, their albums his fans consider classic, but he has not had that album that's considered the quintessential, it's all
But the
just
hit,
fire.
but he's got the hits.
Oh, year after
Like
year. he has
if he
factory.
sat down and was like, you know what, I'm gonna do a whole album with, I don't know, Pharrell. A complete tie using his skill set of songwriting and producing matched with Pharrell's skill set of it, and we're gonna do 10, 11, 12 joints.
It'd be, I think it could change his career. As great as his career is, it could still level up if he
Facts.
did that.
Now, the reason I brought up the Rihanna incident is because I still feel at a corporate level, some of the, some execs at businesses and even probably the Grammys hold that against him still, which
Yeah,
I
they
feel is unfair because there's been other artists that have done terrible things that have moved past it and continued on to win Grammys and do amazing things
It is a pretty unique circumstance, though.
because she's such a superstar.
Correct. So I would ask you to really go through your head and go, when was the time
I don't
that one beloved star hurt another more beloved female star? It's such a unique circumstance.
Yeah, I don't know.
But I hear you. The bias is there. That's for sure.
For sure. Ladies and gentlemen, we are living in the epicenter of COVID-19, which is slowly becoming slow. Let's just call it. It is slowing down. Things are improving, but there's a long way to go. Cuomo yesterday, the governor of New York, talked about a 4-phase opening. No, Cuomo.
Friend here, large gatherings are not your friend. That's where the virus tends to spread. That's why those situations would be down at the end.
So don't, around May 15, when we're supposed to begin this 4-phase reopening, as you can hear there, large gatherings won't be on the table.
I do want to say, though, none of us were particularly a Cuomo fan leading up to this. And I'm the last person who believes you should fall in love with politicians during a time of crisis.
But you're in love.
That specifically, though, hearing someone lay out a plan as basic as it was that makes sense felt really reassuring to me to hear. I don't know about you guys.
Of
But
course.
that's the reason why people are such Cuomo fans right now, because they feel like somebody with some kind of common sense was speaking up and fighting for New York.
That
People
made
who
sense.
don't know anything about his past. They've never done any kind of research. They just love the whole Cuomo brothers thing, how they go back and forth. They've gone viral, and their messaging is super positive in a time where a lot of people are really hurting.
Did you also
And
see
we
the
have a
7?
moron president.
There are also 7 qualifications, Ebro, to us getting to a place to reopen.
Yeah, 3 of them were in a good space yesterday.
Right, and it said some places upstate have reached 5, but here in New York we have 3.
Look, most
Hey,
of
it's progress.
my personal issues with Cuomo were his are the way he impedes and stands in the way of real political progress and progressives. He's a consummate moderate Democrat.
And corporate moderates.
And super corporate,
Right.
big money, all of those things, which look, a lot of people, Biden's the same thing.
Mhm.
The reason Cuomo didn't run for president, we were told, was because Biden was.
Right, they're in the exact same space.
So most of the knocks on Cuomo is the fact that he is the type of moderate Democrat that impedes progress, real progress at the social level. And, you know, obviously he's corporate, super corporate. Governor Phil Murphy, governor of New Jersey, talked about New Jersey schools yesterday.
We are announcing that all New Jersey school buildings will remain closed for in-person instruction for the remainder of the 2019-2020 school year, and that all students and faculty will continue with remote learning. Private schools with longer academic years will remain closed until at least June 30. We reached this decision after much consideration. We reached this conclusion based on the guidance from our public health experts and with a single goal in mind: the safety and well-being of our children and of our educators, administrators, and staff. I also know that our graduating seniors were looking forward to their proms and walking across the stage to receive their diplomas in front of their families and friends. I still want to see them have those opportunities, and we will also work with districts on safe and creative ways to give the class of 2020 a proper send-off to their bright futures.
Now, you were talking about Cuomo. How do you feel about how Governor Phil Murphy has communicated during this COVID-19 pandemic?
I think he's been fantastic. I did not know much about Phil Murphy before this. He communicates in a human, real way. He makes sense. He's efficient. I don't know anything about his politics up till now, Ebro. You would know more. You're a Jersey guy. You know these things. But he has come off as great during this.
Right.
I only knew about him, you know, when he ran for governor, and the fact that he used to work for one of the big banks out there and made a lot of money working for a big bank, but is still very much a Democrat and into some progressive things. But, you know, he's very much still, I think, a money guy in that regard. You know what I mean? Which, you know, look, we live in America. We're all, whether we like to admit it or not, we all like that money. It's just at what level and at what expense, and who's going to sacrifice what to get to the money. You know, those are the areas where you can, you know, kind of, you know, pick your poison as far as your political path. But Governor Phil Murphy doing a great job. Look, like we said earlier on the program, the rate of infection has been slowed. The amount of people dying in New York State has been slowed. The amount of people going into ICU and reporting up at hospitals has been slowed.
All good things.
These are all good things, but do not confuse that with us somehow getting rid of COVID-19 and how it's going to, as Rosenberg put earlier, damage and continue to hurt people with pre-existing conditions who don't protect themselves. And you could be out here protecting yourself, and when, quote unquote, they reopen things, you think it's safe to go out. It ain't necessarily going to be safe.
Yeah, man, you guys have to be really careful.
It's just going to be more in control.
Yeah. Because I have a feeling as soon as we start opening, everyone's going to flood the streets. I mean, look at what happened this weekend, guys. Masks. What masks? And it's going to be hot.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone wants to be outside having the little beverage, you know what I mean? Hanging out.
That's going to be a minute.
They're like, Corona what?
What do you mean a minute? It already was happening this weekend.
Sorry.
Yeah.
There are people already doing that. I forgot.
Oh, yeah, Rosenberg. I'm just saying
And-
people need to understand. We have to do this in a very, very easy way.
It's going to get, that part's going to get very tough, guys. I predict that we as rational people and our listeners, many of which, I believe most of which are very rational people, are going to have some hard moments where they see how impatient people are and they're just ready to rip the Band-Aid off and jump out there. And the fact is, you heard what he said. We're not in restaurants and bars and entertainment till the last phase of this thing. Or was it 3? Was it restaurants 3 and large events 4? Yeah, arts 4. But you're not in restaurants even until the 3rd phase. And if we're starting this process on May 15th, that 3rd phase probably isn't going to come, Ebro, till the end of the summer.
I mean, yeah, think about it. Are
I'm
you
not
guys
even-
ready to be in a restaurant with rando strangers?
I would discourage any of y'all sitting around
I'm good.
waiting for where we don't know where this is at. And we're giving you the information we have, but I'm telling you right now, it's some time away. Because even the first phase of the reopening is until May 15th.
That's the first phase. Yeah. And that's what? Construction and like basic sort of state infrastructure, important businesses they need to get done. That's not about us now having a social life.
Well, embrace yourself, everybody in New York City specifically. Beginning tomorrow, or is it tonight? Tonight into tomorrow, or is it tomorrow night into Thursday? Either way, this week begins the closing of the subways from 1 a.m. to 5 a.m., where they say, quote, an unprecedented amount of police officers will be making sure that the subways and the entrances to the subways are on lockdown.
Ebro, what's the logic there?
Because they're going to be sterilizing and cleaning the subways every 24 hours. Essential workers, they're going to make sure that you have a way to work via bus. And if you have some extreme circumstances of commute where you have to stop at more than one stop, or your commute is longer than an hour and 20 minutes, they're going to make some special circumstances for you and organize cars to pick you up, et cetera, et cetera. This is what they're saying. And hopefully if you're in this circumstance and you commute or start your commute before 5 a.m., hopefully you've made some plans and started to research this. And we'll try to get as much information as we can to help you out. But the reason I'm bringing this up right now is because I guarantee you there are people who ain't paying attention. I guarantee you there's going to be young people out here running the streets late at night that ain't going to be paying attention. And I'm letting you know right now, the NYPD, they said, quote, unprecedented amount of police officers. I don't know what that means, but it sounds like a lot and it sounds aggressive.
Well, you know, reportedly the subway recently
sounds like a lot to me.
The subway recently has become, you know, there's still a lot of people on the subway, and there've been a lot of homeless people in the subway.
Well, and I honestly believe they're saying it's a cleanup, but what they're really saying is it's a cleanup.
Yeah,
Homeless people, get your ass up out of here, get to a shelter. We've been trying to find a reason to do this for a long time.
Well, yeah,
and now
Probably
we
the
got
same
a
amount of
reason.
homeless people, except now that they're not crowded, you could see them more.
Well,
it's more.
I bet it's more because
Well,
it's a place to
think?
go now.
Well,
yeah.
and they're doing what they weren't able to do before, which is bring their entire living room, and by living room I mean their shopping cart or 4 shopping carts, onto the actual train and ride the train all night and take over an entire car.
Yeah.
So that way you weren't able to do that before because there was obviously activity on all the trains. So they're getting ready. So you're gonna see, I guarantee, we're gonna see cell phone videos.
Sad. There'll be some sad things.
And there's gonna be some sad stories we all are about to hear. And I'm letting you know right now to make plans to stay the F out the way. Because this is something they've been wanting to do for a minute. And now the COVID-19 situation even the shutting down of certain streets in the city that are for street traffic only.
Pedestrian traffic only?
Pedestrian traffic only.
Right.
Over the weekend, they closed certain blocks so that people could go outside.
That may be permanent. You think that ends up being permanent?
I think they're going to try to push that to be permanent. Because they've been trying to get traffic out of New York City for a long time. So when they do reopen New York City, there's going to be new rules in place.
And that's down the board, right? So many
Everywhere.
things are going to be different.
Everywhere.
Not to mention another crazy part is less conspiratorial. Not that I don't believe everything you just said, but more just like sort of a logic thing. There are going to be new ways of the way we interact in New York so to be different.
Yeah.
We ain't bouncing right back to dapping people up. And, you know, I was watching a video. Y'all see the video of J. Cole? It was like J. Cole, the master of dap. And it was J. Cole running into Luka Doncic on court at like the All-Star game or something. They must have dapped up 7 times during the same conversation. Those days are over.
Done.
Like, so it's going to be different in so many ways.
So you telling me y'all not giving nobody a pound ever again?
Saying if you're an old school rapper who I love, right, and you're over 45 and it is your way to hug me for 7 minutes straight, we can only do one quick embrace. There's no 7-minute hug.
I'm putting y'all know I'm the
not
master of
doing
the
that.
elbow.
I'm giving you
anyway.
the
Elbow. I'm giving y'all a head nod.
Salute.
Keep my hands in the pocket.
Yeah.
The two
You know,
finger
Spanish
salute.
people are infamous to try to kiss you a million times. Nope.
Oh, yo,
None of
I
that.
wonder how Europe is handling the double kiss cheek. The double, you know, mwah, mwah, little European hellos.
In the air. That's it.
No, but how you getting that close?
Too close, fam.
From
Nah.
afar, it's like a head.
Too close.
I'm not checking for those droplets. I'm good.
I got an email yesterday, guys. Here's a question I have for you.
Yeah.
I got an email yesterday. It said, alert, someone in the building, someone who works in the building has COVID-19.
Well, there's a new one.
New one, because we got an email about one person who lives in the building.
That's right.
At the beginning. That was like what, week 2,
That was
maybe,
right.
that I got that?
Wait, what job are you talking about?
No, I'm
This
at
is
home.
Residents.
Residents. So there was someone who
building,
had it
okay.
very early who lived in the building, and they said this person is no longer living in the building. We've disinfected the whole area around their apartment, and they're actually not even here anymore. Cool, no big deal. I'm not saying the person had to leave. That's just what happened. Now, yesterday, I get one saying someone who works here has contracted COVID-19. They last worked last week. They're not working anymore. We want to protect their privacy, but we want you to know. And here, my question for you is, I had a feeling of like, obviously, I'm not upset with this person. These things happen. But is it fair to protect their privacy and not tell us which staff member it was? Because, like, shouldn't we get to know if we were in contact with them last week?
See, I battle with that too. Because sometimes I'm like, I want to know if I was around this person.
Well, I think they will figure out a way to articulate that to you guys as residents. Like, hey, you know, you may have come in contact, because that's what happened to me at both this job and at my other job at Apple, is if you were in close proximity with somebody who came down with it, or potential, because it could be somebody who was just cleaning up and nobody actually, they didn't work in conjunction with anybody.
Damn, I just had a fear.
What?
Uh-oh. Here we
Well,
go.
there was there's this dude who works here who I really like. He actually listens to the show. Really good dude. But like last week, he came down and actually helped me get rid of some boxes and stuff. I mean, he was wearing a mask. I was wearing a mask. You know, we did, but like I came into closer contact than I would have usually come into contact with
Well,
someone.
you're a perfect candidate for us to see if you can get this thing twice, because we already think you had it once.
Here we go.
Thank you.
Oh
There
my
you go.
God.
We'll watch Rosenberg for the next 14 days. Yo, look, open the lines, get money time. Let's do it. We're going to run this Pop Smoke. Throw it up for Brooklyn. Get somebody paid, and the gurus are next. Have a grand help a hand. Call number 9. You win right now. Yo, my cleaning people asked to come clean my house today. Should I let them?
So the guy on YouTube, the cleaning people, that's a thing. Similar situation. By the way, I was wearing gloves to the person who was asking. Yes, I was wearing gloves when I saw this person, and he didn't come in my apartment. I brought all the junk out to the hallway, and he helped grab a little bit of it from the hallway.
And every time y'all spoke, you had mask on.
Yes. I was wearing a mask. He was wearing a mask. So I would think if both of y'all are wearing a mask, you're in pretty good shape.
We gonna
But
see.
what the? Yeah, we have no idea.
We gonna see. Everybody's looking for the guarantee, man. They looking for the big joker. Ain't no big joker.
Yeah, the numbers. Shit crazy.
Should I let the cleaning people come today?
Do they have any plan in place? Is it a company?
No, it's not. It's private.
Did
Is
you
it
ask
one
them
person
like?
that you know?
It's the same person I've been using for over a decade.
And can you ask her like, hey, how you been handling this?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I already asked. They were like, they've been on quarantine. Nobody's been sick. You know.
Yo, I almost lost my mind the other day talking to Laura. My friend in England was telling me that they're not wearing masks.
Yeah, I know. You told me about
And
that.
she
Where
was
in
like,
England they're not?
yeah, she was like, well, the WHO says that you don't need to wear, you shouldn't wear a mask. I was like, I feel like that's old information.
The
And
WHO
I was like, and
did
by the
not
way,
say you shouldn't wear a mask.
Yeah, I guess what would they say, that it might not be helpful?
They said, yeah, it may not help you prevent it, but it can help you. But which doesn't make sense because I know it can help you from spreading it.
It can definitely help you from spreading it. But if it can
The
help you
mask
from
isn't
spreading
about the mask isn't about you. It's about other people.
Exactly.
Right.
But furthermore, if it could help you not spread it, couldn't it help you not contract it also? Also, what about common logic? Don't you just want to cover your orifices if you can?
Right.
Just like
it's still protection. It's still a layup.
you can't tell me that common sense doesn't say putting a scarf around your face doesn't put you better off than someone walking on the street like a dog with their mouth open.
For sure.
It was very frustrating to even have that conversation.
Let me see what's up at YouTube. Somebody said shoes must be covered.
Shoes must be covered.
So Shanti, what are you talking about? Norona feet?
We're talking about the cleaner.
Now this is fucking remarkable. This woman is 85% paralyzed. She drew that.
Deb, go to findzen.com. Maybe you can find it there.
Yo, by the way, Laura, someone here said, whether it's true or not, CDC says yes to mask, WHO says no. Really?
Guess what? Mask on.
Well, and guess what? I guess I'd actually go with CDC over WHO.
Me too.
I mean, I don't trust none of them, but a mask makes sense.
Yeah, I trust common logic. I don't care if
You know
I don't
who I
care
trust?
if Dr.
You know who I
Fauci-
trust? Japanese. Japanese been wearing masks since SARS.
Facts, and they're smarter.
That's smarter.
I've been over
so
there.
Fuck them all. I
It's-
trust Japan.
Exactly. It's clean and
Yes.
tight over there.
That's why I'm wearing these Japanese masks.
Right. With her foot.
Laura, what Japanese mask?
From traveling, I had a couple packages of Japanese masks that I bought at the store called Don Quixote in Tokyo.
I got these.
Don Quixote.
Don Quixote or
Yes,
Donkey?
No, it's Don Quixote. It's a store in Tokyo and it's fabulous.
They
It's
sell
like
Mexican
7
stuff?
floors of all the
Quixote.
junk you never knew you wanted.
I hate stores like that.
Oh, I love it. I love it so good.
I hated being in Japan.
One store
with
is
Laura
just
and Ricardo.
snacks. One store is gadgets. Like,
I
did you
love
ever know you needed a mini blow dryer that works phenomenal? Like the Dominican blow dryers. It was great. I still have it.
Laura, we went to a couple stores like that in Japan. The junk
Yeah.
stores are the best.
They're the best, right, Peter?
Hot 97 Ebro in
Oh.
the morning. Laura Stiles and Rosenberg on the Zoom right now. We're on YouTube Live too. If you want to check, I think we're up for another 20 minutes or something.
Yeah.
How many people we got in there watching us today?
About
1,000,
600.
1,500?
No, it's lower. We're not talking hip hop.
no.
It's always lower. We're not talking hip hop.
Oh, if we're not talking hip hop, they don't care.
It's 663.
Yeah, there you go.
Shout
to y'all.
Y'all want to hear about the I was arguing with Mad Skills yesterday about who has the best catalog in the history of hip hop.
Arguing where?
On Twitter. Because he was saying 50 came out the other day and said he should battle Snoop because him and Snoop have close catalog. And Skills, who's a hip hop connoisseur and historian, jumped in and basically was like, nah, 50, your catalog ain't close to Snoop. Let's not play that game. And then I was kind of going back and forth with him about who does have a better catalog than Snoop.
You think Snoop has the best catalog?
I realized
It's a
after
lot.
talking to him, he's in the conversation when you add up features and songs.
For sure.
There's a lot there.
There's a lot.
He has a lot of albums. He did different genres. It's a
I mean,
lot.
Snoop.
I mean,
went to
but we're not.
Snoop
I mean, there's a
Lion,
lot of
gospel
there's-
Snoop.
We're not playing gospel Snoop though.
Snoop
Gospel
is.
Snoop.
Let me put it this way: Snoop has been up to bat a lot of times, and he's in the Hall of Fame.
More at bats than anyone though.
More
You're
at
right.
bats than anybody. He's got a lot of material out there. But just like any great artist of anything, there's a lot of things that you just don't want when you're talking about his greats. 50 Cent's catalog is shorter, more concise, but there's a high batting average.
If you're going 20 for 20,
Right.
you got to pick the
50
top
has
20.
a high batting average. Snoop has more and over a longer period of time.
I think my prediction is that over 10 to 15, they'd be very close, and Snoop would get him 15 to 20.
Okay.
That's just my hunch. Snoop does have a lot. Although, you know, Ebro, you'll appreciate this because you're always annoyed by things like this. And I am too, to some degree. Snoop's biggest Billboard hits, when you see them, you just shake your head in annoyance.
Like what? Like what?
I mean, Drop It Like It's Hot. Okay, cool. But then it's like Young, Wild, and Free.
And that happened in the streaming era, though.
Right.
That's the streaming numbers pushing
Sensual
that.
But yeah, you are like,
Seduction,
Sensual
Corruption.
Seduction is fire.
That's my
That was
joint.
kind of mage.
I love that record. No, it's a dope record. And then one other very poppy one is at the top that we wouldn't even think of. No, Beautiful was like the 4th or 5th biggest one.
Wow.
What else is at the top?
I'll find it for you. It was one more that was just like, really?
Is it like him and Gwen Stefani or something?
I know.
Yo, let's get somebody paid. Let's get money time. Half a grand helping hand. Then we got to get to the gurus. Got flashing lights.
That money.
Money to help you out during COVID-19. It's the least we could do. Hot 97, hello. Ooh. Hot 97. Oh, hey, yo. Hello. This is going to be rough. Everybody buckle up. Hello.
How you doing? How you doing? Hot 97.
How you doing? How you doing? How you doing? Hot 97. What's your name out there in Garden City, New York?
Utah.
Utah, can you turn your radio down, please?
I got you. I got you.
Thank you, man. Look, man, how you doing during this COVID-19?
I'm just chilling, just doing my best out here, working from home.
Oh, you working from home? At least you working.
Okay.
Very nice. Yikes. Yo, let's just get you this money. Half a grand helping hand. You calling number 9, $500 because I can't deal with your cell phone. You getting paid, man.
Congratulations.
You getting paid, man.
Woo! That was good.
There you go. Half a grand.
Money time.
$500.
$500
Hopefully this helps
for
you out
you.
during this tough time, sir.
Definitely. Yo, Shorty was good too. Everybody. I hope y'all been good out there.
Yo, finally, we got a real listener. We got a real listener to win.
Yo, big up yourself, my yo.
Facts. Good look.
I was wondering why Shawnee was speaking to him in Jamaican patois.
Yeah, I don't know why I went there. But because when people big up Shawnee, Ebro, a high percentage are Caribbean people, so I think Shawnee just assumed.
I just go in.
Well, guess what just happened?
Where you from, bro?
All Island, but from Jamaican people. My people are Jamaican.
From
There you
Jamaica.
go.
See?
See, his people's Jamaican.
So you know what it is.
He knows Chatna.
Big up, brother.
Hang on, man. We'll get you information, get you paid. Let's go. The guru, Laura Style.
thegurulaura@gmail.com. Email us your problems. The squad is here. We
Indeed.
clear the energy. We burn candles
Yes. Clear the energy in the room. And,
to help you.
Here to save lives.
Absolutely, Shawnee. Let 'em know.
Excellent.
This is for men in media.
Mm.
Dear
Wait, what?
gurus, men in media.
That's the guy's name? That's who
No,
this
no,
is
no.
from.
Title of the email.
Oh.
Dear gurus, a huge fan of the show, and I'll get right to the point. I'm
Okay.
37 years old and been married for 15 years. Wife is the same age. Early in my marriage, I was trying to be a media personality. I have my own blog. I tried having my own online radio show a few years back. But my wife's
That's what Ebro
jealousy,
does. Internet radio show. You could do it.
my wife's jealousy towards other women, either to co-host or just women I'll interview, always led to arguments. So I put my dreams in the back burner. Fast forward today, I have strong feelings of resentment because now I'm seeing people I started out doing this actually living their lives. What really bothers me is that my wife says she has no problem with me wanting to do my dream, but I can't talk to other women on social media, no networking, nothing. I never cheated in the past. I've tried to figure out, but I can't. It's making me miserable, and now I have resentment. I need some ideas. All wise gurus, help.
I just want to jump in
Do
quickly.
an online radio show called I'm not allowed to talk to women. Where only women callers call in.
Right.
That's through the roof. It's
Right.
skyrocket. It could be a podcast.
What was it that Khaled said the other day?
Yeah, talk to me normal.
Talk to me.
Talk
Yeah,
to me
normal.
normal.
Talk to me normal.
Yeah, I was thinking the same thing, Cass. This is a Khaled situation. All I'm going to say is this. Okay, she has an insecurity with this. There are real risks that can come from this lifestyle. I understand it. Here's what I'll say. Go to this woman that you love and say, I want to pursue this. I am willing to have a completely open situation about it to make you feel at ease. My phone's unlocked. Whatever it is that makes you feel comfortable, I'm good. If she's not willing to meet you there and simply says no, end the relationship. So says the guru. Done.
Oh my God. So says the guru.
If she's not willing to meet you and say, I will be completely open with you. You can know every woman that I ever talk to. They're your relationship too. I am good with that. If she can't go, okay, I appreciate that and respect it. Break up with her. She's too selfish to even grow with you as a person.
15 years?
Somebody that's going to control you like that.
I didn't even hear the number. Wow, that's a lot. But still.
15 years is a lot.
Wow, that's a lot.
But yeah. Nah, he's right. If she's not gonna support your passion and your dream, this not the relationship for you.
Fam, we don't even know if they got kids, man.
It doesn't matter.
It does matter.
If they got
It
kids,
does matter. It matters because you out here trying to chase a dream.
No, you're right. That's a good point.
You out here trying to chase a dream, and you may. I don't know if this guy has a family or not, but guess what? I got this for you.
Congratulations, you played yourself.
I just don't understand.
You prioritized family over your dreams, and you got to live with that.
How does your partner not allow you to talk to a gender?
Right.
Like
that's a whole nother level of insecurity. But the thing is this:
talking about
you don't have to
stayed with her for 15 joints already, guys.
He loves her.
So
he locked in.
You mad now?
Congratulations, you played yourself.
Yo, you should read the book. Read the book, The Alchemist. Very interesting and very parallel to your life right now, bro. I listened to the audio book the other day. It's on YouTube.
It's a great reminder
amazing,
for sure.
Amazing. But it's about a man who was willing to give up his passion for a woman. But it was told that he has to continue to pursue. You're always going to end up regretting what you gave up if you gave it up for a relationship. You can't give up something for somebody else. But there is another way. I'm saying personally that I think that you can find other passions behind what you want. And you have to talk about the insecurity that your woman wants.
Not ever speaking to a woman.
Yeah.
Well, no.
That's the big issue.
Well, you have to continue to address the insecurity that your woman has. But you may not want to be.
Yeah,
guys.
See, imagine as professionals. Just imagine it that you guys could not speak to a woman. So what would I do on the show?
That's the thing right there. Is more than him chasing his dreams or whatever the case may be. It's the fact that she won't let him even say hi to another woman.
I'm calling bullish. I'm calling bullish.
Here we go.
Because clearly he has a job right now. I'm sure he works somewhere. And I'm sure there are women there. What happened was he was interviewing, and go back to the email, Rosenberg or Laura. He was interviewing porn stars.
Is that what he said?
I believe he said that. What did he say?
Not say that.
What did he say?
Did not say that. What
did he say?
What did he say?
What did he say?
He said, my wife's jealousy towards other women, either when they want to co-host or just women I'll interview, always led to arguments.
He was trying to interview porn stars.
There we go.
And rap chicks. That's
and
what
IG girls.
And IG girls. And little hottie thotties.
Adding extra sauce.
That's
a
what
lot of
it
extra
was.
That's what happened.
One, I don't believe that to be true. But two, I mean, even if he was trying to interview hottie thotties,
well, that's why I'm calling bullish, because he clearly works with women as it is now. If
we need to follow up. I need a second email. This is a good enough one for a second email. I need this guy to write back. I need more information because it depends what happened. Like, what if Ebro, what if he really is the perfect dude and they ended up getting pregnant and he went with it and we don't even know if they have kids. But they did, and he just tried to be a great husband, and then now he wants to go back and go for it, and she's like, you can't talk to other women. That I understand the commitment to the family, but that's not going to work long term.
It won't.
That's lifelong resentment.
But guess what? He's already in it.
Yeah.
But they can co-parent. They can co-parent. We've talked about this.
And you're going to break up for this life?
You can't do that.
Let's talk to you about, I want to talk to you about the amount of money you about to make starting off with your little internet stream.
And you're co-parenting now?
And you're co-parenting now?
El Broco.
Find another way.
And we don't even know if he's good.
No, we don't know nothing. And here y'all talking about breakup, fam. You better go sit on that couch and broadcast from your little PlayStation 4.
Yeah, that's you know what?
Go ahead, open up a Twitch
You better
account.
start a radio station in what's that joint? Grand Theft Audio.
Start a Twitch account.
Hey,
Start a
I'm
Twitch
on that.
account. Play some video games, and if any girls jump on by accident, just start
Talk to me
screaming.
normal.
Talk to me normal. Talk to me normal.
So says the guru.
Let's go flashing lights town. Or Styles.
Nicolas Cage is reportedly set to play the role of real-life Tiger King Joe Exotic in an upcoming scripted series. Now, this is supposed to take place before all the Netflix stuff that we saw. Because at first, when I read this, I was like, "Why? We already saw this." But it's supposed to focus on how he became the zookeeper and his whole zoo in Oklahoma. And it's based on, I guess, a really famous Texas Monthly article called Joe Exotic, The Dark Journey into the World of a Man Gone Wild.
This is the first time I could accuse Laura of having her segment programmed by her boyfriend. This is
What
not
do you
right.
mean?
This is the first time I've seen her let her home life dictate her professional life. Because Laura's
He's
man,
not a Joe Exotic fan, but he loves Nicolas Cage.
I mean, he's such an obsessive Nicolas Cage fan.
So
This was the
weird.
day he was waiting for.
So weird.
It's a very
So
strange trait to have, but whatever. It could be worse. Listen, they're going to cash in and try to get more money off this. I get it. There's more money, I guess, to get to squeeze out of that.
But you know what? Nicolas Cage is a good cast.
It is a good casting for him. It could be very funny.
Also, HBO just renewed Insecure for a 5th season,
Woo!
guys. Issa Rae's on fire. I knew this was going to happen, though.
Yeah, I got to catch up on Insecure. I've been off.
Man, I got to watch Insecure. I never seen an episode.
What?
Yeah, I've only watched a few. I've never been regular on Insecure.
Oh, man, no wonder you
I
got
gotta
kicked
get on
out of
it.
Black Girl Chat, Rosenberg.
Yeah.
I know.
Damn.
They're not effing
You
with
actually
no
would
more.
really like it, Rosenberg. It's really
I know. I've only watched it like
it's a cute show. It's
sporadically. I've
dope.
never committed.
fun.
It's
Terrible,
very cute when
Rosenberg.
I've watched it. That's the right
Terrible.
word, right? It's very cute. It feels good.
Yeah.
It's dope. It's lifestyle.
I don't have
like
a lot
it.
of
I enjoy it a lot.
I don't have a lot of in between shows that way.
It's 30 minutes of just interesting, funny, dope, Issa Rae comedy, lifestyle.
I need to
Relationships.
And
need more.
Rosenberg, your life has become so white working for the Michael K show.
Yeah.
You need this
No, you're
to
right.
maintain your job.
Could I
here
just
at
jump
Hot
back in
97.
this season? Could I just jump back in and start watching the season? I'd need to go back and watch her with the dude and when they broke up and the whole thing.
I think you'd enjoy it. It's quick anyway. It's only
Yeah.
30 minutes. It's not even
Go
like,
back.
It's not like
it's a quick
committing to
binge.
Game of Thrones.
Right.
Go back.
Right.
And it's a
Well,
lot of really dope. Like it's just
Not
dope
only
LA
that,
stuff.
but you're not that hip hop anymore. You're
Nope.
not that black girl
Damn.
anymore. You're
No.
just becoming an old Upper West Side white Jewish dude. who
No,
works
you're
at
right.
ESPN.
It worries
Come
me.
back.
I have to do
Come
things
back.
like that. Is
That's what I
Insecure enough?
started.
I don't know if Insecure is enough. Honestly.
I know. I think I need another one. What's another one I should do at the same time?
I honestly, I can't help you.
So
Hang out
just
with my
watching
cousin
Kerry
Smooth.
Washington's faces on Little Fires Everywhere is not enough.
It doesn't count.
Nah.
And also that show is simultaneously so black and so white that it cancels out.
Facts. That's your flash and light trip. The time is 8:55. High of 62 degrees. Alternate side parking rules
Izzy,
are
trip.
suspended.
What's the
So
other
Insecure
one?
is good then. I should watch it.
How do you like Little Fires Everywhere, Rosenberg?
I'm on to the last episode, episode 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I really like that it really shows how people's backgrounds and upbringings are so impactful and different. I think it's a great show for white people and black people who do not connect with people of the other race at all to watch.
Is
You know
this
what
a
I'm saying?
sappy show?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh boy.
But like
I'm good.
for us,
But it's good.
I feel it's a little bit
Cast
rudimentary.
one. Yeah, no,
Yo.
it's simple, but
It-
Cast
but if
one,
you-
you'd like it.
It's sappy. Is it like what was the other show you guys used
This
to
is-
watch
it's
about?
not
This Is Us?
Yeah,
No,
is
no.
it that too?
No,
No,
it's
not that sappy.
It's
no.
This Is
Okay.
Us again.
Thanks for
No,
the
no.
breakdown. I'm not gonna watch it. I'll be
No, I
watching
mean,
the Jordan
on,
thing.
on the sap level, on the crying every episode level, it's not This Is Us at all.
But
Okay.
This Is
I
Us
cry
didn't have
every
Kerry
episode of
Washington
This Is
going like
Us.
this.
I Kerry Washington, boy. Yo, she annoys you so much. That's why she's so great.
Yeah.
That's
But
great
I feel the
acting,
same
fam.
about Reese Witherspoon. I hate Reese Witherspoon's
Oh,
guts.
God.
And I'm like, God, she's such a good actress. I hate her.
I know. They're both really good, man. They both should get probably nominated for the show, though. They're both tremendous.
It's Hot 97, man.
Rosenberg, do the lip quiver. The Kerry Washington lip quiver.
Yeah, I
Do it.
tried to rap y'all up so many times, B.
Who's you rapping, Laura?
Every with Rosenberg.
Me?
I was like,
Can you take this out of my ears, please?
And I was
Shawnee
like,
Cole Cha.
Sorry.
Shawnee,
yo,
Thank you.
Cass one's trying to get your attention.
yeah. Just because I don't know who trying to take their money back. Companies just scram-a-lamming.
oh, we're gonna lose some money, then.
Are we still on IG Live? Yes.
IG Lizard.
Oh, we're gonna lose some money today.
How late
All
were we?
right.
4 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Yo, check this out, fam. So yesterday, I think yesterday my points was 25.
Ooh.
I had hit my points by having dried mango, a green juice. What else did I have? I had
Oh, it's
something
over.
else. It was over. My day was over. You know what I closed out the rest of the day with?
What?
Just watermelon and pineapple.
You stuck with it? Good
The
for
whole-
you.
Just to fill up on watermelon and pineapple. Fresh cut from the cribbo.
Nice.
Because I always keep a whole watermelon because I love watermelon and whole pineapples, and I just cut them up, dice them up, and eat them.
Watermelon back in season?
They delivering from Juice Press. Juice Press Organic is delivering organic watermelon. I'm about to order some shit right now. Juice
Explain
Press.
seedless watermelons.
They're GMO.
Oh my god.
Genetically modified organism. These watermelons got seeds.
Seeded watermelons are hard to find.
That's because they trying to poison us. They trying to kill the god. You know what I'm saying?
That's facts.
Wait, say it again. Navel
all of them.
oranges?
Seedless
Oh,
grapes.
they are?
Oh,
Navel
shit.
oranges
Anything
also
without
GMO.
seed? Tangerine, them joints in the morning I just eating. No seed.
No
Somebody
seed,
said watermelon
GMO.
and pineapple got my diabetes shaking.
Why? You can't. Because natural sugar?
Yeah, I guess it's a lot. See.
Yo, look at this. What Juice Press is delivering. They're delivering you a whole fucking juicing box of celery and lemon. So you can order the juicing box. They bring it in a box. Boom, you juice up your own shit.
How much they charge you for that?
$20.
Hey, YouTube guys,
And
thanks for tuning in.
it's 6 stalks of celery, 4 lemons
Bye.
Peace.
to make 4 days worth of celery juice.
Yo, say bye to YouTube, guys.
Yo,
Bye,
YouTube.
YouTube.
Man, we love y'all, man. I normally don't like YouTube people, but I fuck
Bye,
with
Cali
y'all, man.
Nuts.